We are opening up the viewer email inbox once again to answer some of your money questions this afternoon. Joining us always is the money and business expert, Derrick Kinney. Derrick, thanks again for doing this with us today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Jason. Thank you. And by the way, what a great segment that you just did. I was practicing myself. That's a really good service you provided. Thank you for that.
Thank you. It was great to have Caleb here teaching us that. And, you know, it seems intimidating, and then you see him do it, and you go, oh, you know, I can do that. And again, they took the mouth-to-mouth out of it, which makes it so much easier. So let's get into your wheelhouse here today and talk about some of these inbox entries that we found. Let's start off with John from Saginaw, who writes, I want to start a side business to make more money. What's the easiest way to do this? I think a lot of people get trapped in this. Speaking of things that are kind of intimidating, we don't want to take that first step. We don't know what to do. What do you say to someone who asks this, Derrick?
Well, John, the key is, like you said, keep it easy. So many people make the fatal mistake of overcomplicating. They say, I've got to go back to school. I've got to get another degree. I've got to get this online certification. Ask yourself this one question. What is it that I do in my everyday course of my life where people ask me to help them? It might be, do people ask you to help them design a website or proofread a paper or organize an event or plan out their next vacation? Whatever it is that the people you love, whether it's your family or your coworkers, always ask you to do, that could be the clue that tells you this could be something people would pay me for and begin to go down the easy path. That could generate $100 to $200 a month to get your feet wet and build confidence that this could be a side hustle that's easy and you're already good at.
So you want to think about what you're doing, but you don't want to overthink it to the point where you just sort of seize up and don't do anything. Let's get to Vonda from Grand Prairie, because she writes about something, Derrick, that you know so many people are probably asking you about all the time. She says, we're first-time home buyers, and people keep telling us we have to put 20% down, which is a lot of money, especially when you consider prices these days. Is that correct? And what do you suggest we do?
So the common thinking is 20% is what everybody has to do, but for first-time home buyers, believe it or not, it can go as low in some cases as 3.5% to about 5%. So I'm always a big advocate, Jason, of using OPM, other people's money, to put down the least yourself, which then allows you to put more of your own money to other investments or to furnish the house, these types of things. So if you're hesitant on, gosh, I need to have 20%, let me take a big eraser out and say that's not the case. 5% or even less could get you into the house. But keep in mind, before you do that, make sure you're buying a house where there's likely going to either retain its value or grow in value. The worst thing to do is plunk your hard-earned money down into a neighborhood that's likely going to lose value, and you'll lose confidence in making future financial moves.
All right, good advice there. Let's talk about Clyde from Prosper. He emailed in, I lost a lot of money in my 401k last year. How do I keep that from happening again this year? That came from Clyde, but it also comes from me, Derrick.
Yes, okay. Well, first, to both of you, first of all, the tendency is to say, you know what, I'm just not going to participate in this anymore. And what I would tell you is, when the market is at its lowest, the opportunity for growth is at its highest. And what you can do is there's some ways to manage your money inside the 401k that nobody talks about, that doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't create a taxable gain. So let's say, for example, that you've got $100,000 and half of it is in growth, and that's the part of the portfolio that really cost you money and added to your heartburn last year. Inside the 401k, you could say, let's move all 50 of that into a cash account or a bond fund, and then gradually ease money back into the market, buying while the shares are lower. So put some strategy into this. You've got to keep money in there. And also, I would encourage people to take full advantage of the company match if they're not already doing so right now. Get that free money.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that free money on the table. Last one here for you today, Derrick. Tammy in McKinney asks, she says, I'm about 5 years from retiring. How can I be sure that I won't run out of money in retirement? I think a lot of people worry about that.
It's the number one question people ask me in terms of, Derrick, I don't want to save all my life and then have to go back to work because I made some dumb decisions. Here's what I've learned in 25 years as a financial advisor. Do this one thing, you're almost guaranteed success. Live on a practice retirement budget. What that means is you pick out a dollar amount that you think you need to live on and then practice it for 3 to 6 months while you're working full time. I had a client one time that deposited their entire paycheck into a separate checking account. We then sent them what they said they needed to test it. It was within about $1,000. And what that does is lets them know that based on your desired lifestyle, can you actually live the way you want without wondering what's it going to be like? We want to take that off the table, remove worry, remove stress, and give you confidence knowing exactly how much it'll take to live the life you really want.
Great advice, as always. Derrick Kinney, author of Good Money Revolution. Thanks, as always, for being here with us today.
My pleasure, Jason. Thank you.
And Happy New Year.